the real opportunity in this business, that if you get that really great discounted deal, sometimes it's better to write the check. Right. Sometimes it's better to take that deal down internally and, get the entire, not only just the spread, but the return on top of it and the cash flow that comes with it as well, and the equity.
Right. Well, also to add to that, a piece of the entrepreneur's guide is that, if there's no risk, there's definitely no reward.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
you've got to take some risks to 100%. Get the reward that you want.
Yeah, exactly. So, in seeing that opportunity, I obviously my first call was to you and to bring you and Jim over and to say, hey, look, here's the opportunity of these leads and deals that we have the opportunity for. Let's capitalize on this and use your knowledge and passion for private equity and everything that you had done before with Riverside and all of your other ventures to, let's do it again. And let's seize the opportunity that we have here. And, I think that really was the leading kickoff. And obviously Anabasis was started in 2007, invested in other assets well before then. But I think that really launched the Anabasis fund within the last few years was bringing you together and us kind of working together to look at those different types of, wholesale and off-market deals that we could purchase and start to really renovate and create equity for not only ourselves, but, our investors and people that we worked with along the way. So I think it did a lot for us, and I think it will continue to in the future. So I think that's a big part of why we always talk about portfolio theory is to have those different lines in the water and to be able to do those different types of deals, whether it's wholesale, traditional, and then bringing in, the private equity and raising capital and doing all the different types of deals. So really excited for the structure that we're, moving forward. Obviously, we're taking the 506C that we originally created and transferring it into a REIT.
Yeah, changing it to a REIT.
Tell me a little bit more. Why is that beneficial to transfer it into a REIT, not only for us as the operators, but for our investors?
Yeah, I mean, I think a REIT is just with some of the rules and regulations, it's a little more strict on the rules and regulations, which is good because I'm 100% just transparency, upfront, honest in the way you do your business dealings. But the REIT, is very transparent in the sense that, your investors will receive a dividend, number one. 90% of the profits on the REIT are going to be dividended out.
Yeah. And that's a legal requirement.
It is.
Yeah, I think anything that we have to deal with the SEC strict is almost an understatement.
Yeah, obviously. Exactly. Living in a glass house.
You live in a glass house, and that's good, though.
Yeah, of course.
Because everybody on up and up.
Yeah, exactly.
Investors should feel safe at that point.
Right.
To know that,
And the only risk
audited.
Risk that they're going to look at and investors will look at is, can we deliver the goods on that? And I think the risk is more of, can you find the right deals? Anybody can buy real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, but to really analyze those deals and to get down
buy it at the right price, and also execute on the operations, because just because you buy at the right price as well doesn't mean that you can enact the stabilization plans that you have for an asset. You may say, hey, we're buying it at the right price, but you have a plan in place or a contractor and an idea or plans of how, and I think the deal that we looked at today is a great example of it.
Yeah.
You may get it at the right price and have the plans in place, but it doesn't mean you can execute.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. That's what we were talking about at the symposium too. There's like everything, especially with the unknowns of the market right now. Some of these buildings, these office buildings, are good price because there's distress, obviously.
Yeah.
People are maturing. They got tenants. And every tenant that you got to deal with is like, oh yeah, we'll the cash for keys is $1 million,
right?
Because there's a lot of triple net leases and high profile clients. So it's like sometimes if it's not at 25% or less vacancy, it's like it's not even worth doing.
It's not worth doing it.
It's not because the execution to get the tenant, get it, it's too much.
Right.
And that's where you need to be that smart entrepreneur, needs to be able to step in and vision and work it. And that's why entrepreneurship is, whether it's real estate, which what we're in, or, other people that may come on the show that may be, car dealerships or electrical, contracting businesses or plumbing businesses, there's entrepreneurship all over. So I think that's,
it's a full contact sport.
It is a full contact sport. It's rough. It's a rough game.